Hi everybody, welcome to our August edition of our KML Foundation Table Talk vlog and podcast. I'm Paul Stamiski, your estate plan counselor. And you know, every month I tell you I'm excited to do these, and it is exciting to see the different topics and the special guests that I bring in. But today I have to tell you I'm particularly excited because it's the start of our 50th anniversary here at KML. We have a record enrollment, and I have to tell you, I'm always excited about these. I think my guest today is going to be even more excited. I can't wait to bring a marketing episode to you today. So we're talking about 50 years here at KML, a lot of history, but certainly a lot of future. And that's one of the reasons I think it's important to talk about marketing here at KML and especially the KML Foundation. My guest today is our marketing professional, Crystal Perez. Welcome, Crystal.
Thanks, Paul. I'm really excited to be here today.
I'm excited to have you because we work together all the time, but you're always on the other side of the camera. To be able to get in front of the camera now, I think is very special, I think, for all of us. Now, talking about history, you do have some history at KML. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Paul. Actually, I am a 2003 graduate of KML, go 03. And I've been at KML now for 5 years. I just celebrated my 5-year anniversary here at KML, and it's been quite a treasure. My mom always said that if I could have stayed at KML after high school, I would have stayed and never left. And I know that seems very, excited about KML, but I really am, so.
Okay, so you transitioned from a student for 4 years. Now you're the marketing professional. What does that mean? What do you do as the marketing professional here at KML?
Well, Paul, there are definitely many hats going on here. So under the marketing umbrella, we do things like produce the Connection magazine that we send out to all of our alumni and friends. We produce a lot of different mailings that we send out to our network of folks. We produce videos, we produce the vlogs here for the foundation, other mailings for the foundation, and really what we want to do is get the word out about KML and what great things we're doing here. So,
and just from somebody in my position who works to promote the foundation, I was doing this long before you came, and we just never got to the point where I think we really needed to be. And I have to tell you, since you've been here, so much more has done. But you mentioned the vlogs. Mm-hmm. What are some of the other things that you've done to help promote the foundation?
We really tried to promote the events, the golf outing. I know that the golf outing has been put on for many years, even when I was going here, but I know that I've worked with you and Jody, who put on a great golf outing to help promote that more, to update the looks, the graphics, all that kind of stuff, just to keep it fresh and to keep it fun for people. We do the appeals sometimes and mailings out for the foundation. I like to sneak Paul into the Connection here and there, just to remind everyone about what you do here at KML with the foundation and all that stuff.
And I have to tell you, if you've seen any of the materials that come from the foundation, you have to understand Crystal had her hand on it in some way, and it's usually making it look good and looking professional, and that really is something that's important. Now, you work with the school, you work with the foundation, and you've done a lot. But where are we going next? What's the future for marketing, especially the foundation?
Well, I think, Paul, that as far as marketing goes, there's always going to be a next level to reach. I always say this is not the level, the next level is the level. And so we're constantly researching ways how we can get our name out there. And like I said, the vlogs were just the start. So how can we get alumni involved in the foundation? Not just their high school, but also, like I said, the foundation. How can we get alumni together as a committee or a team that can help bring more people to the golf outing or the clay shoot, all these different events. And we do have some great alumni already that have rallied together and pull people together to come to these events. And one thing we started, Paul, is the alumni sponsorships at the golf outing, which I think was an amazing thing, because for $100, you're supporting the foundation, you're supporting your high school, and you're showing that to fellow KML family, fellow KML alumni, and you're being a leader in your support, and we really appreciate that.
And you make that great point. just $100 at the golf outing to be an alumni sponsor. Our alumni, I think, have a passion for the school, but we don't always give them the great opportunities to be able to support. And that's one way that you came up with, an idea that, we went from 10 alumni in one year to 20 the next year. Phenomenal, just by advertising this, promoting it, marketing it. So it truly is making a difference, and I think that it's evident. We're talking about the foundation here with these vlogs and podcasts. And so that's really the focus, but understand the foundation serves the school. With a growing enrollment, that means more families are going to need some financial assistance here. And the foundation is the largest single source of that student assistance every year. So as the enrollment grows, as the school grows, it's so important that the foundation grows. Even though this is a foundation-focused vlog and podcast, we really are talking about the bigger ministry, Crystal. So when we talk about goals for the future, we're talking about goals you might do for the school as well as the foundation, but it really does kind of mingle together. Tell us about some of the goals that you have for marketing the future here.
Yeah, so at KML, we're constantly striving to be better. And I think one of the things is, again, coming back to alumni. Not only does the foundation support the high school, but when our alumni come together, you're supporting that whole entire, the whole thing. And so one of the goals that we have is actually to develop digital alumni ambassadors. It takes nothing to be one of these, and all we ask is that you help us promote our Facebook posts, our Instagram posts, and different events and things that we have. Just by sharing it, it really helps us. So one of my goals is to build that up and just say, hey, can you share this? It's as simple as that, a click. So
I'm going to ask you probably a rather difficult question for you, but it kind of relates to what you just said. The ambassadors, just click and you're in, and you can make a difference. You really work behind the scenes on most of this. And I know you're kind of a wallflower. That's not easy for you, right? But you work on some of the design elements and some of the features behind the camera, behind the printer, and so forth. Well, now you're in front of the camera. So instead of saying, I want to create a product that will maybe motivate people, what do you want to tell people now, while you're on camera, about what they can do to respond to your marketing efforts?
Well, again, like I said, I love KML. I went to KML, and I know that's not everybody's experience, but for most of the alumni that I meet, they love KML too. And just, like I said, just by a click, just by a small sponsorship at the golf outing, just by letting your friends know, hey, this event's going on at KML, it helps us spread the word, not even for us to send out a mailing to your house or the connection. It gets people talking. It gets them talking about what's next for KML. And Paul, since I've been here, we've done 2 building projects, because we've got so many students, and I'm here every day in chapel seeing all these students and knowing, hey, we're running out of space almost every day. And today, especially, all the children coming out of chapel, we're continually growing because God is blessing us. And we need to get that word out there. And alumni, if you love KML, if you love that we stand for Christian education, for Christ-guided success path for all, we just ask that you help us share the word, spread the word. So
now I have to give you an opportunity here as well to promote a couple of events that are coming up. So you've been doing this again with video, with print, with social media and so forth. Tell us about a couple of the events that are pretty special that are coming up here.
Well, Paul, we've got some real big events this year. And obviously, as you can see behind us, it is our 50th anniversary. And how can you go bigger than that? So Paul, we've got some really special events that are pretty much full at this point. The service for our 50th anniversary is coming up in September. And Paul, it's going to be the event to end all events. Following that, we have a reception that will celebrate our founding fathers here at KML. And then we have our open house, which we've kind of merged with our trunk or treat. And so we're going to have you guys walk through the building, get candy, and have lots of fun stuff going on there. But then also for alumni, this is going to be now, I think, the 4th year for our alumni, virtual alumni homecoming, which is really awesome. This year we have another tailgate party planned for everyone, food truck, all that kind of fun stuff, because we really want to show our alumni that we appreciate them, and we want you guys to come back on campus, see the campus, see what's developed, and have fellowship with fellow alumni.
Fantastic. And I have to tell you, I think this is the 3rd year we've been doing these. I didn't do them until you came on staff, Crystal. So for good or bad, thank you for coordinating this and making it happen. I just have to really say thank you. Say thank you publicly to Crystal for what she has done for the school and for the foundation. And I'm glad that you get now a chance to see and hear her express her enthusiasm for what we're doing here, because it truly is exciting. And not just because the 50th year, that truly is part of it, but the fact that God is blessing us so richly, we can't help but tell about this. And is there anything else you want to add, Crystal?
Yeah, I just want to say to everyone out there, KML family and alumni, contact me. Tell me your stories. Let me share them in the connection. Come to the events. Let us know if you're having a reunion. We want to see that fellowship between alumni and our KML family. We really, really appreciate that. And also, just to remind you that for the homecoming events that we have going on, your class can win a party. We've had 3 parties already. Paul, you've been at all 3 parties. So make sure you tell your class to do the daily challenges of posting photos, memories, all that kind of stuff, because we love to throw parties here. So maybe your class could be one of those winning for the virtual alumni homecoming this year. So. And
Crystal isn't understating this. The parties are fun. I think you can tell the enthusiasm. I can tell you the 3 classes that won, the next year, they were pretty aggressive in trying to win again. It was that great.
Yes.
I want to thank Crystal for being involved, not just our vlog and podcast this month, but all the things that she does here at KML and marketing in the ministry. We've said for a long time at the foundation, we do great work, but it maybe is one of the best kept secrets here at KML, and that's not a good thing. And over the last few years since Crystal's been involved, it really has picked up. And it's been exciting to be able to bring these to you. In fact, you maybe noticed we're in a new setting. It's a new year, a new setting. We're going to keep it fresh. That's part of what Crystal does. So as we leave today, I want to remind you, we do these because it is your life. It's your plan, and it's your legacy. And we certainly would like to see your legacy continue here at KML. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you next month.